blind West African American artist out here in New York. And today I'm going to talk about an amazing woman that inspired me to continue walking forward on my path to chase my dream. So today I'm going to focus on J Blige because she is in the same field I am in, which is singing and songwriting. However, there are dozens upon dozens of women that I could sit here and do this exact same video about. The reason I picked Mary is because she went through a lot of struggles in the public eye on different levels of her career. And some of it I could relate to, and so that's why I picked her. As a legally blind African American, and as a female, I was always told, you really should walk the straight and narrow path. People noticed that I was a singer, a songwriter, and also a creative writer, and that was my passion. But, being so afraid to step out of my shell on my own because of the disability and always feeling a little judged, I just listened to everyone around me instead of what was really in my heart. And so I did. I walked the narrow path. I went to school, and after graduating, I got a job and, just kept working at the desk and letting my passion sort of be more of a side thing, more of a dream. But, over time, I slowly did start to gain some confidence and decide to put my foot forward. And the hardest part about that was once you put your foot forward, you start to get a bunch of no's, and you start to get a bunch of no's, and you start to get a bunch of no's. And for me personally, one of my biggest struggles was just being insecure. And if I ever did anything wrong, I would think that no one would ever let me get past it. No one would ever let me continue to live my life despite the wrong thing I did. One of the reasons I picked Mary, in fact, both of those reasons are why I picked Mary. Because I read in an interview once, she had said, when I first tried to go out there and put myself out there, I got no after no after no. And I was really young when I saw that interview. And I had thought to myself, wow, I didn't know that people say no first. I was under the impression that all stars were overnight successes and somebody flew to their apartment and made them famous. So when I found out that she got a bunch of no's, it was a wake-up call for me. But even more importantly, Mary went through some very public BS in her career, like falling to drugs and depression very publicly. And you know what? She got to come right back up, and she didn't allow anyone else to continue to hold her down. She didn't let herself hold her down. And she got up and she continued to move forward and remain a legendary icon, just a mother of R&B for all time. And she's still out there doing her thing. And it's inspiring to Black artists, Black female artists like myself who are trying to find their sound, who are just getting out of, just figuring out who they are and where they want to be. And I really feel like she gave a lot of people who weren't really, who just were struggling to figure out how to start getting some yeses or how to get over any pitfalls. She really does inspire a lot. And because of women like her, I now am a full-time singer and songwriter. I songwrite to pay for my bills in my Manhattan apartment, so something's going right. And I'm also now a published author for my novels. And as a singer and as a songwriter, I get to work with some amazing artists. I've worked with Snoop Dogg, with Styles P on the hip hop side. I've worked with Marcus Schultz on the EDM side, and just so many other names. I'm with a great management company, and I'm also having my books pitched by a great agent. And if it wasn't for women like her, I would have just stayed at my desk. And instead of writing rhymes and writing books, I'd be, just clocking in and clocking out. So thank you guys so much for this opportunity to talk to you about my inspirations, my female inspirations, and for my story to hopefully help other people, not just women, but also Black women and also people with disabilities.